Hey guys, have you seen this before? Maybe in kindergarten, in year 1, where you have a box and you want to fill in the missing number? Well, guess what? We're doing that today. Are you serious? Yes, I am. We're going to do this today. But you thought this is equations. Well, guess what? This is equations. In kindergarten, in year 1, your teacher was actually teaching you equations. However, in high school, we do something slightly different. But let's see what this has got to do with equations. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this one. Oh, looks hard. What's in here? A missing number. Something plus 7 equals 11. What's that number? Think really hard. It must be really tough. Something plus 7 is 11. What is it? 4. 4 plus 7 equals 11. I'm not going to ask you how you got it yet. Let's do the next one. Again, something missing, minus 8 equals 12. What's the number? Something take away 8 equals 12. I hope you got 20. 20 take away 8 equals 12. Very smart. This one here, something times 6 equals to 30. Please tell me you know it. Something times 6 equals 30. 5 it is. 5 times 6 is 30. Then, something divided by 6 equals 2. Oh, that's a hard one. Must be 12. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. Okay, what are we trying to say? How has this got to do with equations? Your brain actually does equations without you knowing, but of course doesn't do any working out. So let's see what this has got to do with equations. What did your brain do to get 4? Your brain actually did 11 take away 7, and it got 4, because 4 plus 7 is 11. We want to know the missing number. 11 take away 7 is 4. That's what your brain did. What about here? Something take away 8 is 12. We said 20 take away 8 is 12. What did your brain do? Your brain actually added the 12 and the 8 together to make a total of 20. Here, 5 times 6 is 30. How did your brain work out 5? Well, your brain did 30 divided by 6. It divided by 6 and it got 5. So 5 times 6 is 30. Here, your brain said, okay, something divided by 6 is 2. That means 2 times 6 equals to 12. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Where does that take us? It takes us to what we call the law of opposites. Meaning, the opposite of plus is minus. Your brain did 11 take away 7. 11 minus 7 is 4. The opposite of minus is plus. So here, to work out the missing number, your brain did 12 plus 8 is 20. The law of opposites also says that the opposite of times is divide. Means that to get that missing number, 30 divided by 6 is 5. And we said the opposite of times is divide, the opposite of divide is times. So 12 or something divided by 6 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. So now we can introduce what we call the law of opposites. The opposite of plus is minus. The opposite of times is divide. Now you can understand how equations work. If you understand the law of opposites, the rest of equations will be so easy, it's not funny. So, in equations, we look at this and we think, hang on, these boxes, they look too babyish. They remind us of kindergarten in year 1. Let's replace these boxes with a pronumeral. It's easier, looks more professional, makes us look more better. Okay, so how will we write this one? Instead of putting a box, we will actually write it x plus 7 equals 11. So the missing number, we just put x, and we know it's missing, we need to find it. Here, Something take away 8 is 12. We can put a missing number, doesn't really matter what it is. B minus 8 equals 12. So our pronumeral in this case is B. B take away 8 is 12. Something take away 8 is 12. Instead of a box, we put a B. Here, you can put a Y, you can put an M, whatever pronumeral you like. Y times 6 equals 30. Y times 6 is 30. Y is a missing number. We need to find it. 12 divided by 6. We know that this is a box. We don't like to put a box. Too babyish. Let's make it and let's put an A divided by 6 equals 2. So replace the box with an A. Now this is equations. This, if you understand that, the rest is going to be easy. We're going to go now and do more examples where we're going to use the letters and we're going to show the working out using the law of opposites of how to do one-step equations. These are all called one-step equations. We'll get them right. Once you get one-step equations, whether you do two-step, three-step, five-step equations, they all follow the same process over and over again. Let's get started and see how one-step equations actually work. Okay, let's get started. We're going to use the same expressions just to get the hang of it. We're going to use the law of opposites to solve equations. So we said, instead of the box, we are now replacing them with pronumerals. Let's see how the brain works. The law of opposites. That's what you need to remember. Opposite of plus is minus. Opposite of times is divide. Remember that, and equations, you'll always get it right. Plus 7. So x plus 7 equals 11. We notice the opposite of plus is minus. Minus 7 here and minus 7 there. So what are we going to be left with on this side? X, because the 7 is gone, and 11 take away 7, x is 4. Is it right? 4 plus 7 is 11. Well done. Very, very good. That's it. That's equations. Let's do this one. B take away 8 equals 12. We don't know what B is. We said we have to use the law of opposites. That's what our brain does. Minus 8, opposite of that is plus 8. What we do to one side, we do to the other side. In mathematics, we always fair. What we do to one, we have to do to the other. Very important that you get that. Make sure you always do it. So minus 8 plus 8 is gone. See you later. And our B is left over here. 12 plus 8 is 20. B is 20. Let's see. 20 take away 8 equals 12. Yes, it's correct. Again, an equation. Y times 6 is 30. Something times 6 is 30. We know we have to use the law of opposites. The opposite of times is divide. Whatever we do to one side, we got to do to the other side. So times 6 divided by 6, it goes, cancels each other out. 30 divided by 6 is 5. Our y is left. Y equals 5. How do we know it's correct? We substitute it back in, replace it back in. We're saying y is 5. Does it work? 5 times 6 is 30. Yes, it works. Our answer is correct. A divided by 6 is 2. So we said the law of opposites, the opposite of divide, is times. So we times by 6 here. What we do to one side, we do to the other side. Times 6, divide by 6 and times 6 cancel each other out. 2 times 6 is 12. A equals 12. Does it work? 12 divided by 6 is 2. Yes, it works. These are one-step equations. We're going to do a couple more to get the hang of it. As you can see, the law of opposites. Always remember, the opposite of minus is plus. The opposite of plus is minus. The opposite of times is divide. The opposite of divide is time. You understand that? No matter how big the equation is, you'll always get it right if you follow the process. This is one-step equations. Let's do a couple more and you'll get it just right. 4 more examples and you'll get it perfect after these. Let's get started. Law of opposites. M minus 4 equals 12. So something minus 4 equals 12. This is an equation. The opposite of minus is plus. So plus 4 And what we do to one side, we must do to the other side of the equal sign. Very important. We have this side of the equal sign and that side of the equal sign. That's where we get the name equations, from the equal sign, always straight down the middle. And we have what we do to one side here, we do to the other. Plus 4 on this side to get rid of the 4. We have m left over. 12 plus 4, 16. M is 16. Is that right? Well, let's try. 16 take away 4 is 12. We have here 6x equals 42. Hang on. What does 6x mean? Remember, in algebra, 6x means 6 times x. And we said the opposite of times is divide. So divide by 6 on one side of the equal sign. You do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign. And put the equal, always have the equal under each other, very important, under each other. Then this cancel out, we're left with x. 42 divided by 6, our answer is 7. 6 times 7 is 42. B plus 13 equals 15, so something plus 13 is 15. Opposite of plus is minus 13. What we do to one side, we must do to the other side. Very important. We bring our equal sign down. Equals under each other. Always get that right. We have our B. And the 13 minus 13 is gone. 15 take away 13 is 2. Let's try it. 2 plus 13 is 15. It's always good to recheck to make sure you are correct. Last one. Y divided by 12 is 4. Something representing here by y divided by 12 is 4. The law of opposites, the opposite of divide is times. 12 here. What we do to here, we must do to this side too. And that cancels out. 4 times 12 is 48. Y is 48. This is how it is. We know divide and times cancel each other out. They're gone. We're left with y, and 4 times 12 is 48. I always tell students, set up the work like I do, you never go wrong. If you want to start taking shortcuts and you don't show the working out properly, you're going to make mistakes. I've seen too many students that make mistakes because they don't show their working out correctly. Follow the way I do it, you'll never have a problem. The more examples I do for you, the better. That's why I'm doing so many examples, so you can get it right. And if you notice, I'm always following the same process, the same procedure. That's why I get it right and don't make any mistakes. If I can get it right, so can you. This is the basics of equations. Get that right. No matter how big the equation is going to come later on, we're going to master it. This is called one-step equations. We're going to do 2-step, 3-step, even 5, maybe even 6-step later on. Let's get this one right. Get it right, and you'll be just fine for later on.